Caribbean braces for very dangerous Hurricane Beryl. Much of the southeast Caribbean is on alert as Beryl strengthens into the first hurricane of the 2024 Atlantic season, and with forecasters warning of a very dangerous Category 3 storm. And the U.S. National Hurricane Center (NHC) said Beryl is churning in the Atlantic Ocean about 675 kilometers and 420 miles east of Barbados. At 12:30 GMT time on Sunday was expected to bring life-threatening winds and storm surge when it reaches the Windward Island early on Monday. And Barbados, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Grenada and were all under hurricane warning. And while tropical storm warning or watches were in effect for Martinique and Tobago and Dominica, and the NHC said in its latest advisory. And cars were seen lined up at filling stations in the Barbadian capital and bridge town, and while supermarkets and grocery stores were crowded with shoppers buying food and water and other supplies, and some households were already boarding up their properties. And Beryl is now only the third Category 3 hurricane ever recorded in the Atlantic in June, and following Audrey in 1957 and Alma in 1966, according to hurricane expert Michael Lurie. And only 5 major Category 3 plus and hurricanes have been recorded in the Atlantic before the first week of July, and Beryl would be the 6th and earliest this far east in the tropical Atlantic. And Lurie posted on X, formerly Twitter. And the NHC said by about 5 am time and 9 GMT on Sunday, Beryl's maximum sustained wind speed had increased to nearly 100 mph and 160 kmph, and with higher gusts such a powerful storm forming this early in the Atlantic hurricane season, and which runs from early June to late November and is extremely rare. And the experts said hurricane conditions are expected in the hurricane warning area beginning early on Monday, and the NHC says that warning of heavy rain and flooding and storm surge that could raise water levels as much as 9 feet and 2.7 meters above normal. And devastating wind damage is expected where the eye wall of Beryl moves and through portions of the Windward Island, and the NHC added that indicating wind speeds in some locations could be 30% stronger than those listed in their advisory. And Beryl is likely to pass just south of Barbados early on Monday and then head into the Caribbean Sea as a major hurricane on a path towards Jamaica, and it's expected to weaken by midweek but remain a hurricane as it heads towards Mexico. And forecasters warned of a life-threatening storm surge in areas where Beryl will make landfall, and with up to 6 inches and 150 meters of rain for Barbados and nearby Island. And the U.S. National Ocean and Atmospheric Administration (NOAA) said in late Monday that it expects this year to be an extraordinary hurricane season, and with up to 7 storms of Category 3 or higher. And the agency cited warm Atlantic Ocean and temperatures and conditions related to the weather phenomenon La Nina in the Pacific for the expected increase in storms. And extreme weather events including hurricanes have become more frequent and devastating in recent years as a result of climate change.